You know that feeling when everything looks fine? Your job's stable, your calendar's full, your day's predictable, but something deep inside feels off. I had that moment once, sitting in a role I'd mastered. I knew every meeting before it started, every problem before it arose, every person's reaction before they even spoke. On paper I was successful, safe, but that was the problem. I wasn't alive, I was comfortable. And comfort, I realised, can quietly become the most seductive form of stagnation. We love to say, get out of your comfort zone. But here's the truth. Most people never even realise their comfort zone has turned into a cage. When you've been in comfort long enough, you stop noticing how little you're growing. You tell yourself, I'm just being consistent, but consistency without curiosity becomes complacency. The comfort zone starts as a reward. You've earned stability, you've built competence, you've created control. But if you stay too long, that same control starts costing you possibilities. Psychologist Abraham Maslow once said, in any given moment we have two options, to step forward into growth or step back into safety. But what he didn't mention is, staying in safety for too long feels like slow motion decline. You don't crash, you fade. And the scariest part, comfort doesn't feel bad, it feels neutral. It numbs you just enough that you don't notice how your fire's been replaced by familiarity. Let's reframe what comfort really means. Comfort isn't peace. Peace is active. It comes from alignment, purpose, flow. Comfort is passive. It's the absence of friction, not the presence of fulfillment. When you say, I'm comfortable, what you often mean is, I've stopped being challenged. And there's a huge difference between feeling secure and being stuck. Security says, I trust myself no matter what happens. Stagnation says, I'm too scared to test what happens. Comfort is supposed to be a resting place, not a retirement plan. Here are 3 signs your comfort zone has quietly become a trap. Number 1, you're not getting new feedback. You've built a circle that confirms your competence instead of stretching it. If you haven't heard something uncomfortable about your work, your habits, or your leadership in a while, that's not validation, that's insulation. Growth loves friction, comfort hates it. Steve Jobs once said, stay hungry, stay foolish. He wasn't glorifying recklessness, he was warning against the decay that begins when you stop asking, what if there's more? And number 2, you're clinging on to an old identity. You define yourself by who you were, not who you're becoming. You say, that's just not me, or I've always done it this way. That's not authenticity, that's attachment. When people transition from corporate to entrepreneurship, I see this all the time. They carry their job title, their old rules, their belief that success must look like a certain way. But the comfort of identity can be just as limiting as the comfort of routine. Growth demands reinvention, and reinvention always starts with letting go of who you used to be. As Eckhart Tolle put it, to let go is to make room for something new to enter. Number 3, your dreams are shrinking instead of evolving. You start lowering your ambitions to fit your current comfort instead of expanding your comfort to fit bigger ambitions. You tell yourself, I'm being realistic, but realism is often fear in disguise. Fear of loss, fear of embarrassment, fear of not being capable as you once thought. Jim Carrey once said, you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on what you love. That's the paradox of comfort. It convinces you that the known is safe, but safety doesn't mean success. It just means sameness, and sameness over time kills spirit. So how do you shift out of it? Not with massive disruption, but with micro challenges. Pick one safe thing this week, something that gives you stability but no spark. Maybe it's the way you network, the projects you say yes to, the people you avoid, or the part of your identity you refuse to question. Then ask yourself one simple question. Does this serve my growth or just my comfort? If it's the latter, take one small, uncomfortable step. Maybe it's a new conversation, a bold idea, a decision you've postponed. You don't need to dismantle your comfort zone overnight. Just open a door in its wall, because growth doesn't start with chaos, it starts with curiosity. For me, the biggest shifts in life didn't come from leaving everything behind. They came from reframing comfort. I stopped seeing it as safety and started seeing it as a signal. If I felt too comfortable, it meant I'd stopped listening to the call of growth. And that's where real transformation begins. When you redefine comfort, not as the absence of pain, but the absence of purpose. So here's your challenge. This week, find one safe thing in your life. Something that's steady but stagnant. And question it. Ask, does this still serve my evolution? If not, take one micro action to expand it. Because comfort can heal, but over time it can also hypnotize. The goal isn't to abandon comfort. It's to make sure comfort is a pit stop, not a prison. So are you at peace or are you just paused? Drop in the comments the one safe thing you're going to question this week and tag someone who needs to hear this. Because staying safe might be what's keeping them stuck. Until next time, I'm Dr. Rakish Rana, the Clear Coach.